Okay. So as we've been shown before, there are several dashboards that we included. Would be the main one, the chemical dosing dashboard, and we also have one for a scale inhibitor and also for the tank level. And these dashboards include graphs, indicators, values, and lots of calculations on the side. For instance, we have this main type of charts in which we have a minimum, and then we have this range that Margreta told us about, which is the desirable range we want to be dosing in. This blue line is the one that we want to match with this bar or a green range. And this is all in parts per million. And then on the other axis, we have in purple the dosage rate in milliliters per minute. Then here at the top, we have an indicator that tells us if we are within the range or not, and the current rate and the recommended rate based on the min and the max of this range that we were given. The other type of graph that we have in this dashboard is it's a bit more simple. We have the current rate and we have the recommendation rate. So here we're just having the difference between those two, the recommendation minus the current rate. So then we have here what we need to increase or decrease in our dosage. If it's positive, then it means that we need to increase the dosage, and if it's negative, then we need to decrease. So here what we did was to simply put this calculation, the recommendation minus the current one, in this yellow color. And we also added a 0 line just to make sure that we can see better when we're going, when we're overdosing and we need to reduce the dosage and when we need to increase it. And here we can see that they've been doing quite well, not so far from the recommended rates. And let's see the dashboard itself. Here we go. Okay, so if we select edit mode here, then we can see the values that we have. In this one, we have, as I mentioned before, the minimum, which is a tag here. And here we have it as a stacked area. Usually when you chart something, you will have it as a line. But here we selected a stacked area, and here we chose the color. That is, this is the transparency of the color, and then here with this one, we can change the among different colors. So in this one, we just put the transparency at the most. You can still see my screen, right?
Yep.
Perfect. Yeah, we just set the transparency to the max so that we wouldn't see the area itself. And what we did was then we have the range. So it would be the maximum concentration that we want to have minus the minimum. And we also set that as a stacked area. And we just selected a green color that we liked, that was somewhat transparent, so that you can see the line, the blue line above it as well. Here we have the rate. And here we have the concentration. And the order in which these are put is important, because if we switch this one, the order from this one and this one, what it would do is that the green bar would be below and then the other one at the top. So then that's an important thing to have in mind. Yes.
Can you show the calc? I mean the calculation in the calculation editor.
Yes.
People can appreciate how calculations can be configured.
Yes, I can show this one.
Yeah.
Here we have the calc, and here we have here we have a list of the texts that are used. And here we can see among different options, and it's just a drag and drop. You can just, and we can connect from previous calculations, etc.
And this looks like the water rate. Was that right on one of them? On the
Uh,
left? Is that the
yes.
water rate on the left? All the additions from the different flow meters. Right.
Yes. And then here we select which is the final output that we want to show.
Yeah.
Um, I think the calculation for the threshold was also quite interesting for this indicator. It's a bit complex. So this is just making it very easy, and it's nice because you can see here how this is looking. And in case you have any error, it's easy to know like, oh, okay, this is supposed to be changing and it's not, etc. You can really pick up where is the issue as well. This one is a bit more simple, as I said, but it also involves calculation. And the calc that Joel mentioned at the beginning is in the scale inhibitor dashboard, and is just a very, very big calculation that we have here for the total recommendation. It has to involve all these wells. So then that translates into this. So here we have the list of all the tags that are being used. And yes, so here what it does, it has to check if it's open or not, and then if it is, then it counts it into the total, and if it's not, then it doesn't count it. So yeah, this is quite a large. It's an example of all that you can do.
Yeah. Yep. And the output of that, that's what they want. What's the one number?
Yeah. All this to get one
Okay.
number.
Nice.
Yes. Do we have any question about the graphs or how to use Ingenuity 7?
Denise, in particular, can you tell us about your experience of learning the tool and configuring these complex calculations?
Yes, of course. It was very nice. It's quite easy to use, very intuitive, and it was very nice to also explore what you can do, all the types of dashboards that you can do with it, with different indicators and dials. They're also really cool. And I think we also had some, well, before or while we were working on the chemical dashboard, we were trying to do several options and trying to see, okay, what looks good and is the most suitable for the users, because at the end of the day, that's what's most important. It's not that it looks pretty, it's that it's useful for them and that it's easy to use and understand, and that they're getting a value from it. So yeah, I think this is definitely delivering on that. And yes, I'm looking forward to working on more dashboards with chemical dosing, especially with the biocide, to see what we come up with.
Mhm. There's a question
Yeah.
from Matt.
Great. Yeah.
Recommended dosage, is that a tag or a form of manual input?
The recommended dosage, it is an input. Margreta uploads every now and then a file, and then it changes the tags that we can see here. So the min and the maximum are changing whenever it needs to, whenever they want to change this recommendation. And then this automatically picks it up and adjusts the graph. I think here we can see how it was before, and then they changed the value, and then we can see it here, how this adjusts to that. So there's no need to change other thing in the dashboard other than just submit that document.
And is that an Excel file, or how is that uploaded?
Yes, that is an Excel file
Okay.
that they upload just when they need to.